Hi, it's Jamie from Evolution5. In today's video, we're going to introduce Mark Dyer. Mark's the new MD of Evolution5, so it's a great opportunity to get to know Mark. Mark, welcome to this video. Your first one so far at Evolution5. Yes. There'll be plenty more. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about you and yourself personally?
Okay, obviously I'm Mark Dyer. I'm born and bred in Southampton. I'm a keen Southampton fan. Been married for 35 years and 34 years this year. I know I don't look that old, but I had a very long paper round. Into sports, always been very active. Love football, love running, love cycling. Got two gorgeous girls who are all grown up now, so it reflects my age. One actually works for Southampton Football Club. She's a catering manager, and one's just qualified as a full-time physio. So yeah, they keep me pretty active and pretty busy, in my home life.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, Mark. So that's really good. How about just letting us know a little about yourself and your experience in the construction industry?
Okay, well, I've been in the construction all my life. Loved it from when I left school. I was actually a YTS trainee, so I didn't really know what to do myself. But I knew I didn't really want to work in office, which is a bit ironic because most of my time's now in an office. But yeah, I started off as a YTS trainee as a carpenter and joiner. Moved on into an indentured apprenticeship. So over time, got me sitting in guilds, and somebody saw something in me. I used to be called a lippy chippy when I was on sites. I don't know why, but they saw something in me, and I was really grateful that somebody invested in me. And I went on to the staff side of things as a trainee finishing foreman to start with a company called Wimpey Construction. And worked my way up through lots of opportunities, working for some fantastic people who mentored me and invested their experience in me. And I've been at every level of management within construction from that time forward to my current role.
Okay, fantastic. And obviously you mentioned more recently. Obviously we know each other from the Tarmac days. Carillion. That was some time ago. Crikey. But just what have you been doing maybe over the last sort of 5 years? Because I know you've been at Morgan Sindall and Brymore. Yeah. What sort of roles were you doing there? And what sort of experience did you pick up with those companies?
Okay. Well. Wimpey became Tarmac, as you rightly say, and then Tarmac morphed into Carillion. And although I really enjoyed my time with there, I was 17 years there, I felt that my career couldn't progress where I thought it would go. The size of jobs, the geography wasn't right suited for me as a married man. And I joined a company called Barnes and Elliott, who are no longer around, and part of the Sindall Group. They became Morgan Sindall, etc. And I joined them as a project manager and worked my way through to contracts manager, and I eventually became area director, which was part of a succession plan. I took over from a great guy called Peter Baggett, and I became area director of Morgan Sindall, and really enjoyed it. Got a lot of experience, worked with a really strong team, good organisation, got worked in lots of sectors, major multi-million-pound projects, and that gave me a really good grounding, when my first role was a director. And then after about 10, 11 years with them, obviously I thought it was time for a fresh challenge. Things were changing, as it always does in construction, and I left them and joined Drew Smith in a housing side, a bit of a side step for me, a good experience. Things weren't, didn't really work out there for a number of reasons, which sometimes it happens in life. Put it down to experience as an opportunity. I still grew as a person and professionally, and I was fortunate enough to be given a role as construction director for Brymore. And it was a family-owned business, well established, been going 25 years. But the owner, Steve, wanted to take the business to a new level. He wanted to make it more professional, this, that, and the other. And we hit it off straight away. And within 6 months, he made me managing director. And we set out on a 5-year plan to take the business forward to a position where he wanted it to be in that period. And we were successful. And I spent 11 happy years there. Unfortunately, the last couple of years have been fairly turbulent, and I think it's not because of the business per se. I think it's more of the industry and the economic climate, and hence why I was available, and we're having this discussion now.
So fast forward to the present day, here we are at Evolution5. So what interests you in Evolution5 and the opportunity, Mark?
I think it was a bit of serendipity, really. I think I was looking for a new challenge in my career, and there was an opportunity with Evolution5. I think it's a fantastic company that's got a lot of potential, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy about it. And I thought I could contribute and add value and, be part of that team. And I think that was the biggest driver. I've achieved far more than my career than I ever thought I would do. And I think it's a good opportunity for me to impart my knowledge and experience, into the team, but also learn from them as well. Because I think, one thing I've learned within construction and the people in it, experience is one thing, but the attitude and the approach of people was brilliant. And there's so many fantastic ideas, and I really enjoy channeling those sort of ideas out of people and helping them contribute to the growth of the business and taking us forward to where our future success is.
Okay, and so let's expand a little bit on that, because people, anyone watching this, even myself, is quite interested in, what that might look like. So what sort of things, since you've been in the company, I know it's all quite new. I know we're talking about strategic plans, so there's a lot of strategic planning and a bit watch this space. But what sort of things, what ideas have you got since you've been in the business? Things you'd like to maybe improve, or things you'd like to introduce to the business? What can people expect from Evolution5 over the next 5 years?
I think they can. One thing I think that we need to do is be true to ourselves. We are what we are, and I think our core values need to remain at what we do, and the centre of our behaviours and whatever. And I think it's just building on the excellent track record and reputation we've got. I think it's about fine tuning, it's about improvement, it's about continuous improvement, and I think it's developing the team and the talent we've got, and adding to that talent and team over time, to help us reach our full potential. And I think, we'll always be professional, we'll always be honest, we'll always be trustworthy, because that's the way we operate. But I think there's a niche for us to fill. I think there's a lot of good companies out there, but I think our approach can be just slightly different. I think we'd be a bit more personable, a bit more clients focused, and I think that it's a people element of construction and business per se that I think will set us apart, and that's what I think we need to build on. The policies and processes, that they can always be improved, and there's nothing that we do that we can't do better. But to me, the key ingredient is a people. If you've got the right people in the right places, they feel part of something, then they're going to add value and have that commitment that's going to help us differentiate ourselves from everybody else.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, you've mentioned a couple of things like, the one thing the business has always been is very personable, so that's and very flexible. And I think that they're the sort of key attributes that need to be they need to remain and be integral part of the business. And you're right. Obviously, we're a very people-based business, so our team is really, really important. But so are the other people that we collaborate with, so other consultants and what have you. What about our clients? What can our clients expect from Evolution5?
Well, one thing that we won't be is a faceless entity. We're as you say, we're going to build on that personality. It's about relationships at different levels within organisations, and I think our customers and our clients can look at us and trust us for, we tell them what they need to know, and which might not be what they want to hear, but we'll be honest in our feedback. And I think we want to be build on our approach. We bring solutions to their problems, and ultimately that's what we're here for, help them achieve what they want. And every building that we build is going to be our legacy, as far as I can see, because as long as it does what the client wants it to do, so they can operate the way they want to do, then the journey getting there, it tends to be forgotten in that period. But if the journey is a little bit bumpy, and construction is known for being, it's not a black and white industry. There are always going to be challenges and bumps in the road. But if the end product is of the right quality and they really appreciate what they got, and it allows them to do what they got, the journey gets forgotten, and that what they remember is the experiences and the people involved, and they and ultimately we want to provide an experience that customers want to repeat, and that's the whole ethos of our approach. Really, is we want them to come back again and again and again. So if they got other buildings that they want us to be, we want to be on the first name basis with them. So we're first name on the team sheet, really.
Yeah, no, agreed. There's obviously quite a few hot topics at the moment, obviously, in the industry, but they're very pertinent to our business and how we manage the business and how we sort of set ourselves apart, really. So the two things that spring into mind that, I'd just like to gauge your view on, especially taking the business forward. And, whilst I focus on these 2 points, are just hot topics at the moment. We can give time and cost, we take that for granted because that's what we're paid to do and make sure that projects are delivered to budget and on time. The first one is safety, Mark. It's really imperative that all of our construction projects are run safely. The welfare and health of people are our top priority. So what are your thoughts on business like ours and how we'd manage projects and make sure our clients are compliant?
Well, safety's paramount, really. There's nothing that we do that we shouldn't do safely. And people should come to work and work in a safe environment and be able to go home to their loved ones. After the day, but they go home a little bit more tired, but they need to be safe and be able to come back the next day. So I think safety needs to be at the core of everything that we do. There are those out there that advocate it gets a little bit too bureaucratic and there's reasons why not to do something rather than reasons to do something. I always see safety as an enabler. It allows us to do what we need to do, but do it in a safe manner. And what that means is that we just need to plan a little bit more effectively, more efficiently, try and do the correct risk assessments and methodology to allow us to build the buildings in a manner to allow us to do it safely. And sometimes when things don't go as well as they should do, learn from that. What was it that we didn't consider? What was it we can do differently next time? But engage with the teams on site, the operatives, our supply chain, and everything, because to me they're more important than anything else. The building, I'd rather sit in front of a customer and tell him we're a week late delivering his building than sit in front of a customer and tell him we've hurt people trying to build it on time and rush and that to me we can avoid that. But to me it's really about planning and being effective and following the right due process to allow us to do it safely.
Yeah, no, agreed. The next topic I'd like to sort of glean your thoughts on is quality. There's a lot of issues with quality in construction. I hear a lot of people talking about budgets and costs, and I don't necessarily always agree that that's the reason why people don't deliver the quality product that perhaps they should. So not just from an evolution point of view, what we do, but what's your thoughts on quality in construction and how we can prove that, certainly, and use our business as an enabler to improve quality?
Well, as I said just now, I see every building that we do is our legacy. So it's got to be of the right quality to allow the customers to use the building, whether it's a school, whether it's a theatre, an operating theatre, or an office or an industrial unit. It needs to be able to do what the customer wants it to do and operate in a manner that it wants, they want it to. But quality to me is, again, it's such a stigma in the industry. It's about planning. It's about setting standards. It's about holding people accountable to those standards, and if they don't quite achieve it, why didn't they achieve it? What can we do to rectify it? But in the past, we've been organisations. We're part of the GERI initiative, which is a Get It Right initiative, and the startling fact is that 21% of cost associated with any project is waste, and that's not just like waste materials or broken bricks and things like that. That's time, management time, processes that don't work properly. Design issues that need more time to, undoing work that doesn't quite knit together properly. So if we can, become more efficient in our approach and evaluate things correctly, and we reduce that waste out of our industry, not only does that go to the bottom line, but we're more productive, we're better for the environment, our carbon footprint will be less, you're not over-ordering materials, etc., etc. But, quality initially, again, you need the right people, and I think as an industry we're very good at sidestepping issues and getting around them rather than fixing them in the long term. And training and development of tradesmen is one issue. There's a shortfall there, but also the technical skills like architects, quality surveyors, project managers, all those skill sets, need investment in, and we need to attract talent into our industry. We're very much seen as a Cinderella industry, as one of my old mentors used to say. People don't see that there's a fantastic career in construction. Whether you're good with numbers, you can become an accountant, you can become a QS. There's contracts, you can be a lawyer. Contract law and all the rest of it, as well as the physical side of it about running sites and contributing, building bricks and laying carpentry and plastering and all the rest of it. So, it's such an awesome industry to be part of, and quality it should be at its core.
Yeah, okay, that's really good. Thank you for that. Yeah, really good insight and a really good response, actually. So just slightly changing the subject and sort of bring this a little bit to a close. So you've obviously joined Evolution5.
Yeah.
We do consultancy as well as contracting. So that's not your sort of traditional approach where you normally have a consultant and a contractor. I think on previous videos we've sort of gone through, there's no conflict of interest. We would work on the same projects as such, and we wouldn't be tendering projects to ourselves and what have you. That's a bit of a given, but you have to explain that because people like the run of mill what they're used to. So how do you see that? I mean, obviously you're brought into the business to run Evolution5 as the MD.
Yeah.
We have a consultancy and contracting. How have you found that, and what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's quite exciting actually, because we can cover both aspects of the industry. We can support our clients in one way as consultants, and give them the right advice and support in that direction. But also with the contracting side, we can support clients by building buildings, and I'm sure in the future, at some occasions, the clients will be very similar. There might be an overlap, but we could almost turn it into a turnkey operation, should the clients want to, where we can take it from cradle to grave for them. And, I'm always interested that, accountability is key, and they only have one person and one relationship to deal with, which would be Evolution5, and that would be quite an interesting journey to do. But I think the fact that we got both elements within the business gives us greater flexibility. We can adapt to the market conditions, and things change, and I think it can open really exciting opportunities for us in both counts moving forward.
Brilliant. Okay, Mark. Well, that's it from me. Is there anything you can think of worth sort of mention?
Yeah, I'm sure if we did another video, it'd be on sport or something a bit better, or Saints promotion challenges. But I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Well, there'll definitely be more videos. That's for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you found value in the video. Hopefully we give you a really good insight and introduction to Mark Dyer, the new Managing Director of Evolution5. If you have any questions or want to know anything more about this video, please do not hesitate to contact us, and we really look forward to hearing from you.